Okay, so today, homemade muffins. Now I know muffins seem really simple, but we're going to spice it up, make it a little bit fancier, it'll be nice. Okay, so we want a nice fresh zest in there, so we'll get some lemon peel. And let me show you something here. I know there's a lot of lemon zesters out there, and people use graters and stuff, but you know what? I think the best way is to just cut the peel off. You get the most peel, you waste the least lemon. So use a sharp knife, watch your fingers here, and look at my little trick here. When you get to the end, you hold it there, oh, pop, there it goes. Okay, so take the pith off. That white pith is bitter, it's not good. So get that off, and then just cut it into these thin little strips. Take those strips, turn them over, and then when you cut them the other way, what you're going to get is just a perfectly little minced, excellent, and absolutely you've wasted none of the lemon. So it's just a great way to do it. It's the old-fashioned way, just with a knife. You don't need tools. Okay, so here's our flour and the rest of it, our ingredients. So we have melted butter, and oh, hey, what's over here? Milk. How much? Check the website. I will tell you. Okay. Oh, there's sugar. We're going to need some sugar because, it's a dessert. Well, it's kind of like a cupcakey muffin. So there's one egg. We're going light on eggs this time. And some baking powder. Okay. Alright. So the other thing we have is that aforementioned lemon that we have cut into zest. See, very nice. Get a good amount too. It's delicious stuff. And some vanilla. I'm using powder. You can use the essence if you like. So crack our egg in here. What we're going to do basically as workflow here is we're going to keep all our wet ingredients together, and then we're dry ingredients together, and then we're going to combine them. So it's great. So get a little whisk this together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our sugar in here. And why is sugar with the wet? Well, you'll see. You'll see. Okay, so the sugar goes in here in some stages. We start to stir that together. What happens is the sugar and the egg and the yolk, they actually have a little reaction together. They have a chemical reaction, and all those proteins and the carbohydrates and sugars, they start combining together. And what will happen is you'll actually see as this comes together, it'll get all lumpy, and then almost miraculously the color will start to really come here from this bright yellow and just lighten up visibly. And this is all real time, so you can see this is very quick. You can see that actually it'll start lightening up, it'll get smoother as those sugar crystals kind of just start breaking down. And look at that, you can just see it's already whitening up, and it's going to become creamier and almost like you're creaming butter, just smoother and softer. And that's why you gotta, you don't want the sugar in with that flour. That's not going to help you. Okay? So then we're going to add our milk and our butter. So take the milk, add that in. Then we will get our butter and add that in, except no substitutes. And then what we are going to do is add one more ingredient, and that is our lemon zest. Again, why is lemon zest with the wet ingredients? Well, you see, lemon zest is just like a bunch of little, like that, that bubbled wrapping paper, that stuff you pack with. Anyway, it's just full of lemon oils. So those oils are all wet. So if you put those in with the flour and the dry things, they're just going to clump together. It's not going to be nice. So get that all blended and evenly just distributed in throughout there. And then if you have vanilla that's an essence, put it in. But we have dry, so we're going to put in our dry goods up to those. So here is our flour, and into our flour we will put our baking powder. There it is. Okay, so in it goes. And then this is an old trick, an old baking trick. Put in a pinch of salt. And when we mean a pinch, we mean a pinch, just a little bit. So that actually just heightens the sweet flavors when you use salt in a dessert. So salt is a very versatile thing, and you just gotta have it in your kitchen. So get that distributed evenly, okay? And take your wet. We're gonna put the wet into the dry. It works a lot better that way than the other way around. Wet into dry. Okay? So we'll slowly pour our wet into our dry, and as we're doing that, we're just going to keep mixing this up. Okay? Now there's nothing too, dangerous going on here, but if you just pour it all in one big lump, you might have a big lump in the center and it'll be harder to stir. So get all of that lemon zest, we spent extra time cutting it with a knife, not using a zester, right? Okay. So as you get that in here, we'll start to stir it around. You can kind of just pull from the outside walls here, see, and then just kind of swirl it around. You'll see that you'll get a texture like a nice pancake batter or a cake batter. So get your greased cupcake tray here, or you can use one of these non-stick ones, and fill those guys up. 18 to 20 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius, 375 Fahrenheit. There it is, done. So let's make our filling. Mascarpone cheese and jam. Blueberry is what I use. You could use cream cheese, but you know, this is more elegant. Get one of those pastry fill bags, roll it over your hand like this, then you won't get messy. Put it in there, and then either from the top or the bottom, just fill those guys out. You could haul them up first if you wanted to. I don't know. And there you are. Blueberry mascarpone filled muffins. You gotta love it.
Graffiti!